I'm Theron Ramacharaka. In this video, just like in the immediately prior video, I'm going to do something slightly different than usual. I'm going to relate to you. I'm going to do something that showed up in a comment under one of my most recent videos. That video being, as I recall, State Department's Ministry of Truth? ? Right. The comment, a very friendly one, from a person who I respect, a viewer here on my channel, and I respect this comment as well. I want to expand on my views about this comment, my reply, I guess. The comment includes this simple statement. I think ultimately those forces that seek to enslave humanity aren't going to win. There are forces in the universe that are stronger than any government, in my humble opinion. Well said. And optimistic. And I like to share that optimism. Here's what I replied, and then I'm going to go further here. I'll just relate to you what I replied. As far as whether the universe's forces will in time shut down the adversaries of human freedom, dignity, and constructive evolvement, myself, I perhaps feel less certain than do you. I have hope. Now, let me just interject here. Right? I'll jump down here to the last thing. I'm not rhetorically arguing against your optimistic opinion here. Not at all. I'm engaging in open dialogue toward beneficial ends, invoking into it the magical what if. Okay. So this is for purposes of discussion. Right. Let me continue now. I have hope, but I don't believe that I'm in a good enough position to have justified belief in that same direction. Species do become extinct, and it is possible that such extinction is part of universal evolution. As a micro example, a rough one too. At least in my immediate locale, the bird, the pheasant, once roamed all over the place. When I was a kid, they were everywhere. They were in our yard. They were in other people's yards. They were in all the farm fields. There were a lot of them. And I'm not sure that from the pheasant's point of view, I am sure that from the pheasant's point of view, they were just trying to survive. And also from their point of view, if they could have reasoned into it far enough, they deserved it to thrive as they were, regardless of hunters who were out to eat them, and who otherwise, farmers, also, who otherwise saw them as pests. They believed that they had the right to, to survive, and that why should anything get in the way of that? Regardless of adversity. But they're gone. Now, that's just in my immediate locale. I don't know if they're extinct. They're probably not extinct. I haven't heard that. But this is just a little micro example of the general spirit of what I'm trying to get at now. Moving on to more, leaving the pheasant example behind. Things come and go, like the Lemurian race and the Atlantean race. And who knows what the universe's point of view is about that, or about those, or about that thing, Things come and go. Races come and go. Species come and go, right? Who knows what the universe's point of view is about that? Many species do consider us to be pests and food. Many. And even in the domain of this physical planet, without our domestication of certain animals, it's likely the case that no animals would like us. But thank you as always, and please continue commenting. It means a lot to me, and it is beneficial for other viewers. Your opinions, knowledge, and feedback are valuable here. Now, okay, let me go on, which is the point of this video. Now you have the background, the general subject, and the lead-in. Okay. You have my general point of view about it. I have this hope, like this dear viewers and commenters, as he calls it, his humble opinion. I have a corresponding hope. I don't feel any certainty over that. I don't know if the universe will come to our aid just because we need aid. I don't know how the universe is thinking about this. I believe that the universe, the universal will is trying to push everything toward evolvement, constructive evolvement, toward it becoming more than what it is. But we know that for whatever reasons in the past, things have come and gone. And it seems to be the general trend, it just seems to make sense to me that the general trend of that is part of the universe doing its thing. In this overall universal picture of constructive evolvement. Becoming more, okay? A becoming more than. Who knows what species or what things have come and gone in the long picture of this cosmic day. Who knows? How many species of beings at any level of manifestation, not just the physical plane, in any corner of the universe, have thought, well, things may not be looking good, but I believe, that the universe has forces more powerful than the adversity that's going on here. No, I think this adversity is going to lose. And then the believers of that have become extinct or have been changed into something that they weren't before. And with further evolvements in that direction, end up something that's totally different. In other words, the initial thing became extinct in another sense. It must have happened countless times. And here we are, another such species, self-destructing, with adversaries galore, astral ones, and so on, that we're facing. I don't know whether our continued survival and the continuation, the preservation of our species as we know it, is considered at the universal level a constructive thing. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know that. But I believe that we have a right and a duty to do the best we can to propagate our species, to continue on with a sense of dignity, a sense of, with free will to whatever extent we have it. Most of us don't have much of it. We have to instantiate that. We have to become true individuals. We have to establish true selfhood in order to actually have a great access to free will. Whether the universe is going to, overpower governments on behalf of the masses, to me, it seems a rather remote notion. But optimism is always a good thing. I mean, doubt works very strongly in any case, almost any case, to bar the way. And we do have a duty to survive, just like we each as individuals have a duty to survive and provide for our families, to live, and a duty to become more than what we currently are, to stay on the course of our personal evolvement. Yes, we also have, as a species, humanity has the duty to do its best to maintain itself and to push itself forward in progress toward its collective true selfhood and personal evolvement. But how many are doing that? How many are really working in that direction? Might it not be the case that in the long run, any species that has the ability to do that, that can choose to do that, but in large chooses not to, does that species really, from a universal perspective, deserve aid, universal aid? Or is it pretty much just running against the grain of nature and universal will? I don't know the answers to these questions, but I have them. New Thought, the New Thought movement would have it that, yes, in large, good always wins. In large, we're all going to make it. We're all going to survive. We have the universe at our backs. But you know what? Even in New Thought, that optimism, in large, assumed that we were playing our roles correctly, correspondingly. That presupposition was pretty much inherent in that optimism. This is newer thought, though. A newer thought, mine, right here in this channel, brings up these questions. Raises these questions because these are important questions. This is not to cast doubt. This is to raise awareness of where we might actually stand by looking at some hard facts in the hard light of day. Now, I do have something on a more optimistic note here about it all. When I was affiliated, not initiated into the Swami order, but affiliated as a novice, pre-initiate, a novice, as a novice affiliated with the Swami order, the oldest, longest lasting monastic order on earth. I studied pretty intensely what was available for the novice, the writings of Paramahansa Yogananda, which included what he got from his guru, Sri Yukteswar, and his guru, Lahiri Mahasaya, and his guru, the bona fide, one and only true Babaji, the immortal, or it seems so, Babaji, the only real one, not any of the impersonators. Babaji having been around at the time of Jesus, Shankaracharya, having been alive then and still alive. Probably knows a thing or two about humanity and the secrets between, the secrets behind life and death, I would say so. And a few things maybe about universal will. Okay, that established. Paramahansa Yogananda pointed out many religious people, say in the Christian tradition, maybe in the Muslim tradition, or the Islamic tradition, and so forth, they supplicate to the deity, to God. They bow down, they request, they humbly request, please help, please, I come to you humbly. He said it's almost pitiful. He said, if we are children of God, whatever you take God to be, right? He used the term God because it was a Western term. I think he meant a lot more by that term himself than do most Westerners, most Christians. I think he had a lot deeper understanding of that. But he used the term. Many approach God as whimpering, pathetic people. He said, if we are children of God, then consider the relationship. Do your children talk to you that way as a parent? Is that the way it goes? Child to parent? If a child has a need, a small child has a need, it screams. It begs, it demands. It sounds its shop. It states that need, and if the child feels it's a dire emergency, it doesn't hold back and like humbly supplicate, please help. No. If there are a lot of other people in the room with the parent, and there's a lot of chatter going on and the music's loud, that child wants to be heard. It wants to be heard above everything else. And it may be angry at the parent for not at first responding. Paramahansa Yogananda said, that's the way to go. If you're approaching your cosmic parent and you want some help with something, you better sound off. If it's important to you and you consider it an emergency, then act like it. Now, if you're a parent and you're a good parent, you care for your child and your child is acting like that, are you going to throw it out? You're going to put it out in the street? Oh, you were too loud. You're not supposed to make demands of me. Come on. You approach what Paramahansa Yogananda called the Divine Mother, the feminine aspect of the universe at work, the feminine principle, the feminine, like Mother Nature, let's say. Call it what you like. You approach your mother with screaming, I'm hungry! What's your mother going to do? Say, shut up. I'm not going to pay any attention to you because you yelled at me. You get no food. No. You need milk, you get milk. Your diaper needs changed, that's the way to get it changed. Hey, I got shit in my pants, Mom. Come on. This is the way to do it. If you want the universe to come along and do something to help preserve this species, among all others, to exert some forces more powerful than the governments or whoever the powers that be here locally, are seeking to enslave us and perhaps wipe us out, except for the few that might be needed to keep their soul energy supply coming toward them from us. If you believe that the universe has forces that are going to do that, I was saying it just a little bit ago, is that really going to happen? If you expect that, well then you better act like it. Let the universe know that and be emphatic about it. Don't sit and wait. Don't sit around and just believe and expect and hope and have faith. You better let it be known. Be demanding. Scream, yell, cry. Get pissed. Do your part. Not just the material here in this channel. If you want the universe's aid, there are many ways to get it, like work in harmony with how the universe law, with the universal laws of operation, Okay, fine, yeah, sure. Establish true selfhood and all of that, but really, if you want the forces of the universe to actually swing in and, free us from consciousness enslavement and any other kind of enslavement here on this planet, before the adversaries, the perpetrators of such adversarial states of affairs win. Do some yelling, do some screaming, approach that universe like it's your parent and you're a child and you have a need. That's part of playing your role. That's part of making it happen. That's part of taking responsibility for what you believe the universe will just do all by itself. Well, it might not. So, this optimistic opinion stated by this wonderful viewer of mine, I think, has a better chance of coming to fruition if it's acted on in this manner, among other manners that are proposed here and asserted here on this channel, at least. But this is one This is one that I'm talking about. It's not very popular. It's, like because of our conditioning, our religious and spiritual conditioning, our domesticated conditioning. It just doesn't sound right. Can't do that. Well, yes, you can. It's not going to hurt you. You want a personal relationship with the universe? Then act like it. Act like you have one. I mean, have one. Go ahead and have it. You want some personal attention? You want humanity to have some personal attention? Then be personal. That's my point. And I think that my addendum to my short reply to that comment, the comment that I say I respect a lot and I appreciate here on my channel. But my addendum here now, I think it's important enough to not me just, like write it down there, as a an edit to my initial brief response. It's worth making a video out of for everybody. And like I said again, like as you probably well know, what I just said here, my main point is not a popular one, but it needs to be. It should be. And I aim to make it so. There's only one way I can do that, and that's what I just did. Your role now, if you want to make it more popular, is to tell other people about this channel. Tell other people about this video. Share it. Spread it around. Draw people to this channel and push them toward it. Use your desire and your will. If this is all important to you, and you have the optimistic point of view about this, and how what the universe can do, well, if you want it to actually work that way, then there's another way you can work on this, man. Not just what I said in this video, but what I'm saying now here at the end of it. Get other people over here too to this channel. All right? Scream and yell to the universe. Make it personal. I don't care what you consider the deity to be, or whatever you want to call it, source, absolute, the divine mother, the universe itself. It's alive. All the universe is alive. It's conscious substance in motion. Okay? So, act on it. There. I'm Theron Ramacharaka. I hope that has made sense and that it helps. I'm Theron Ramacharaka. Be well.